Now, St Andrews is a town of less than 18,000 people, and yet it's renowned worldwide. Now, that's not just a recent thing, that's been for way more than 1,000 years. Now, in the next 5 minutes, I can only scratch the surface. Are you itchy? Incidentally, if you're interested in the events, people and places in Scottish history and how to see them on a day out in Scotland, then why not subscribe to my YouTube channel, Scotland History Tours, for the history stories, and History Days Out in Scotland for the day trip. All that information will be there. Now, if you've just watched my video on the murder of Cardinal Beaton, then thanks very much for clicking through to this one. If not, there will be a link so you can go back and find out about one of the most important events in our history that happened here in this town of St Andrews. In this video, I'm going to give you a whistle-stop tour of St Andrews. Realistically, most people will be coming here by car. Your first challenge will be to find parking. Don't fart about. Come down to this big car park here. As you come into the town, the second roundabout, after that take your first on the left and it'll bring you down to this car park. Now, right now it's closed, don't worry about that. We're going to take a broad circle around the town of St Andrews, along towards the east, along the Scores, then back down North Street, Market Street and South Street, and back round to this car park. And to keep you viewing, I'm going to save the very best bit to the last. Oh, and that's not the beach, by the way. It's got a beach! Now, this is definitely the golf end of the town. Here we've got the British Golf Museum. It's £10 for an adult to get in. I have no idea if that's value for money or not. I'm not really into golf, okay? But try that if you fancy it, and then you can come up and only yards away across the road, follow me. Yes, it's the old course. It's the Royal and Ancient Clubhouse. They're obviously doing work on it just now. And it's your St Andrews Links golf shop. And of course, in the distance there, you've got the Swillican Bridge. The Swillican. Now, this is used as a golf course Monday to Saturday. So don't do this at home. I don't understand it, but the golfers love it. So, you've got all the golf stuff down here, and if you turn around, you'll see in the background the Martyrs monument, the pinnacle thing, right? It's, if you watch the thing about Cardinal Beaton, it's a monument to George Wishart, Patrick Hamilton, Protestant martyrs that were burned and stuff like that, okay? Anyway, we're going to go up this street called the Scores, heading east. Come with me. So once you've come through this lovely tree-lined street, then you can see here that there's a pathway through to the town centre, and can you see St Salvador's church tower there, okay? One of the oldest buildings of St Andrews. We'll take you around there the other side. Original part of the university. Also, over on this side, you have the World Law Museum. That's the university museum, right? You can find out about, it's incredible, right? They've got stuff about like guys from history who won the medal for archery and stuff like that, guys that you'll have heard about in Scottish history. They've got a balcony, you can look over to the sea. It's fantastic! All right, and we're going to continue and go up the Scores and enjoy this tree-lined avenue. Come with me. look at this. 1903, James Irvine and Thomas Purdy discovered sugar. Isn't that brilliant? Before that, everything tasted of vinegar. Isn't St Andrews a fantastic place? And now we've arrived at the castle. It's at the end of the Scores, or pretty much the end of the Scores. Okay, now, when you go there to get in, there's a kind of visitor centre thing there. I've managed to catch it in there. You go in there, you pay your money. If you're going to go and see the cathedral, you can get a joint ticket for the castle and the cathedral. Better value for money. Historic Scotland, you know the kind of thing. All right, let's continue along the street. Now, this is an interesting junction, the corner of North Castle Street and North Street on the other side, okay? Now, here, you've got the Preservation Trust Museum. That's an interesting museum. Go in, it's free to get in as far as I know. Go and see that, well worth it, okay? And obviously, when we look down this way, you're going to see in the background the cathedral. That's where we're heading for. Some of you might be interested in the Northport Cafe. Apparently, some royals went for coffee there. That's none of our business. Let's go and see the cathedral. Okay, so this is the top of North Street, and this is what we came for. It's the cathedral. This is the essence, this is the most important bit of St Andrews, because it's the pilgrims that made St Andrews, and then the cathedral was built. And without the cathedral, you don't get the first university in Scotland, one of the oldest universities in the world, in 1413, I believe. And all that flowed from that and made this a thriving town, still a university town today. The golf wouldn't have come without that. The story goes that a monk, St Regulus, St Rule, he was the keeper of the relics of St Andrew, yeah, the brother of Peter, first called by Jesus. And he had all the bones and stuff like that in Turkey somewhere, and he'd got a message. An angel had come to warn him that Constantine, the Roman emperor, was going to come and get the bones. All right, and he got in a boat, having been warned by the angel, and he headed north. And the boat landed off the shore here of the east coast in the North Sea, and he came, and the relics of St Andrew were kept. There's this tower. No, not that tower. There's a tower behind called St Rule's Tower. And that's where the bones, it was built for keeping the bones, all right? I have heard another story that there was a monk in the north of England. I believe it might be Hexham. And he fell out with other monks there, and he had some bones, and he came here with those. But let's be honest, nobody believes that nonsense, all right? Along there you've got Penn's Gate, lots of beautiful old stuff. We're going to take a wee walk back down North Street and then along to Market Street. Come with me. Hiya! So look at this, check this out. St Salvador's Tower, yeah? What's left of the original University of St Andrews. And in here, there's a chapel, lovely little chapel. During the week, you can go in there. During the day, it's normally open, yeah? And looky down here. Can you see that? Yeah. You see the initials of Patrick Hamilton, one of the Protestant martyrs burnt at the stake that caused all the nonsense as part of the Scottish Reformation. Okay, so now we're going to go across, we're going to go through that little lane. See, with the quaint little set of stairs there, Yeah, oh yeah, lovely Oldham. We're going to go through that lane once the lorry's passed, and we're going to take you onto Market Street. Come on. So now we're going to cross Market Street here that heads all the way down. It doesn't quite go down towards the cathedral. Don't worry about that. And we're going to cross and go along here. Now there's a couple of things I want you to note here. Number one, when we get to this little square, this church, okay, John Knox was the minister in this church, okay. You can go inside, it doesn't cost any money to go inside, have a look round. There's some information boards and stuff like that. It's nice. Also, there's a little cafe just here that's good to go to. I think they bang on about gins and stuff like that. Yeah, but I know it's one of my wife's favourites. Okay, so there'll be details down below. Don't you worry about that. That will all be here, and we're going to continue. Right, so we've come along Church Street. I mentioned the Holy Trinity Church there. John Knox preached in there. Now I believe that church has been there since Jesus was born. Jesus was born in this church, right? Okay, I think it actually might have been 15th century, 14th century. It's a bit like, do you remember Trigger on Only Fools and Horses? He'd had the same broom for 20 years. He'd had to replace the handle 12 times and the head 14 times, but he still had the same broom. This is a bit like that. These stones haven't been there for that long, but it's old, right? Go in and see it. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you across here. Come and have a look. This is old as well. Okay, this is where I wanted to bring you to. Okay, now it's closed to us just now, but when the coronavirus thing's finished and all that, you'll be able to go in. St Mary's College, one of the three ancient colleges of St Andrews that made the university, blah 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 blah. It's a divinity college, one of the most prestigious divinity colleges in the country, and I don't just mean Scotland. Okay. Also, it was here that a Scotsman set the line of the meridian before the English ever did it at Greenwich, right? Okay, so we were, I think, 12 minutes behind England, but a world ahead of them. Okay, also in here, this is really old, right? There's a bush in here that was planted by Mary Queen of Scots. Some people say, but I can guarantee I was there at the time, right? Okay, so come in here, have a look, because not very many people get to see Mary Queen of Scots bush, and I think if you get the opportunity, you might as well. Okay, this is South Street, and we're going to head down South Street past the Madras College, and we're going to head back to where we started. Come with me. Okay, so we come down to South Street to the roundabout here at the corner of Bell Street. You've got the remnants of the old Blackfriars Chapel here in the Madras College behind it. Down here, I don't know if you can see in the distance, the old town gate, the Westport. I believe it's one of only two of the old town gates still existing in Scotland. It was built in 1587. To be fair, it was renovated in 1843, so it's not as old as you think. Now, I promised you I was going to save the best till last, so let's head along Bell Street, and this is where you get it. It's gorgeous! This is the bit. Remember I told you we'd keep the best at the end. This is it, right? It's a tea room, but it's more than a tea room. It's a scone shop. They do specialise in scones, right? Come here, right? Look at this. This is just the takeaway, right? Blade scones, Sultana scones, Prince of Cambridge scones. That's because Wills went here, right? And cheese and chive scones. That gives you the boat, right? But they do lots of different. My own personal recommendation is to come in and go upstairs to the wee tight little cosy tea room with all these kind of old kind of kitsch stuff round about, and have a plain, maybe a Sultana scone, with strawberry jam and cream on top, and a pot of tea. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, listen, I hope you've enjoyed this. There'll be more videos of other places to visit. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please, if you have, give me the thumbs up, share the thing, subscribe, and all that kind of thing. There'll be a link back to find out about Cardinal Beaton, the history thing, and I hope to see you again here. Hami and Dochus going to be Lama alive. Cheery and Drasta. And there's a beach!